Hello friends, it is Doug. Welcome to another edition of Spooky Villages. Today I have the Skull and Rose Tattoo Studio, a new for 2021 Michaels exclusive. You know, on this channel, it always makes more sense for me to want to do the animated buildings, right? They just show better because the static pieces, which this one is, it's just static and it's lit. They don't, I guess they're not as exciting, really. It's more fun to show the animated pieces, but ever since the announcement of this building, I was excited to see this one and show you what it looks like lit up, and I'll do that in a moment here because it does look very good. Interesting theming on this, but let's get into the box and let's look at it. All right, guys, hey, check it out. Here it is. Look at this. Very pretty building. You don't say pretty often with Spooky Town or even Department 56 stuff, but this one's pretty. I want to talk about the details here. Before I do, though, there's a little bit of, I guess you call it assembly. It's not really assembly, but kind of odd. You have, I don't know if I can show it here without them falling down. You see this right here? These pieces here, because of the way it's packed, they come to where you have to put them in, and they kind of wobble there. If I was going to display this and not really worry about putting it back in, like in the box, which I do, I would probably glue this, but I guess as it's sitting there, it doesn't really matter. It does kind of wobble a little bit. Then you also have the sign, which is, standard. A lot of Spooky Town pieces do have signs, but this one is cool because it's a tattoo gun. I love the detail on this one. So before the theming on this one here, which we'll talk Day of the Dead in just a moment, because this is a piece, I guess, I'm trying to think here, Lemax Day of the Dead stuff. Department 56 started a series with it, where this would obviously fit in that. I can't, off the top of my head, think of any other Lemax Day of the Dead pieces that aren't just like figurines. It's just, I'm going blank on it, but this one here, especially as far as a mainstream release, I believe is the first one that Lemax has done like this, especially making it a Michaels exclusive. This one looks beautiful, and you don't see pink often in Lemax Spooky Town pieces. This one, especially when it's lit up, you'll see in just a moment here, there's also another colored light that's not used often. And when you mix that lighting with the pink, and I guess we'll talk about it, it's white lighting. Not like the orange, it's actual white lighting. When you combine that with the pink awnings, and of course the rose right here, this looks great, by the way. This skull here looks awesome. But when you combine it, I think it looks really unique from Lemax Spooky Town. This looks fantastic too, the sugar skull down here. The details are great. There's an internal scene, which I'll show in a moment here. But real quick here, let's go around it. I like the tattoo sign here. Great details on this piece. Go all the way around there. Check that out. It does have power. You can put in a power strip in the back, or you can run off 3 AA batteries. I'm using a power supply for this review just because I have a bunch of them laying around. Let's just show you what it looks like lit up. For a static lit piece with no animation, no smoke, no gimmicks, this looks really, really good. And this piece is more, even though you got that skull on the top and I guess the big, like a serpent, it looks like an actual, like a real place. If you had a, in your Spooky Town, the non-monster scene, if you wanted a town that's like a, real town that's decorated, this one would fit that bill. Yes, there's some, I guess, fantastical elements, but you could see a real tattoo shop putting these decorations up. Let's talk about this internal scene here of a guy getting a tattoo. Again, it's not like zombies in there. There's not monsters. It's just a couple dudes, and one of them is giving the other one a tattoo. The lighting on this is striking, I think, just because you don't see it often in Spooky Town. White lighting at the top, and then the bottom under the awning is that yellow lighting. It looks pretty. Again, beautiful and pretty aren't words you normally use to describe Lemax Spooky Town, but I like it. Dare I say, it looks a little bit elegant even. And I know from when I did that Village Idiots, that preview, when we did the 2021 preview, and really ever since then, a lot of people, this was the building they were most excited about. And if you're into the Day of the Dead, and good, props to Lemax and Department 56 being multicultural with their decorations. I know a lot of folks who are into Day of the Dead and they celebrate it and they decorate for it are into this building, and they were really looking forward to it. And I think Lemax delivered on this one. And I think that, even though there's no animation or anything, this building's probably going to just, stay good. You don't have to worry about anything breaking. There's no soundtrack on it. I think it's a solid piece. The details on it look very good. It's not a very heavy piece. I'm not one that really cares about that. I know that some people, it drives them nuts, but I think the details on it, though, look really, really well done. I think that the, especially that sign, you know, where the Skull and Rose Tattoo Studio, I think that that looks really, really good, especially when you have that light that's lighting it up. Again, it looks like a real tattoo studio like you would see in a downtown area. It obviously works with like a Day of the Dead scene, but it would look good in your Lemax Spooky Town district. It would look really good there. You could also theme it, if you don't want to just do the town stuff, with like the, you know, the skull pieces, broken skull bar, that sort of thing, or even like the motorcycle or the rock and roll pieces like Heebie Jeebies. This could go right by Heebie Jeebies. It fits in a few themes. Very well done. So that's it, guys, on the Skull and Rose Tattoo Studio. Good job to Lemax on this one. I think they were very creative in the design of this piece. A good theme for them, you know, a somewhat original theme for them. And I think that a lot of folks are going to be really, really happy with this one. And the folks that really were looking forward to this one, I think they'll be very happy with it. I don't think it's going to let them down. So, hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.